IDF intercept Gaza-bound aid ship carrying Greta Thunberg. Put it in full mass. This is an interesting story. So Israeli forces intercepted the Gaza-bound ship carrying aid, and it also was carrying Miss Thunberg, 11 other activists included. So as Israel intercepted this boat carrying Greta Thunberg and 11 activists early Monday per post from the Israeli government and the pro-Palestinian group behind the drive. The Madleen yacht that also carried Game of Thrones actor Liam Cunningham was being diverted to Israel, and the crew was expected to return to their home countries, the Israeli Foreign Ministry said on X. There's more. The British flagged ship that was raising awareness of the humanitarian crisis in Gaza during the Israel-Hamas war was carrying aid, including baby formula, food, and medical supplies, per a statement from organizer, the Freedom Flotilla Coalition that accused the Israeli forces of kidnapping the entire crew. So Rima Hassan, a French member of the European Parliament who was aboard the ship, said on X, quote, the crew of the Freedom Flotilla was arrested by the Israeli army in international waters around 2 a.m. local time. All right, that's a bold claim and quite insane if that happened, right? There's more. The Israeli Foreign Ministry said on X that everyone aboard the, quote, selfie yacht, end quote, of, quote, celebrities was unharmed and provided with sandwiches and water. Quote, Israel has no legal authority to detain international volunteers aboard the Madleen, said Araf, human rights attorney and Freedom Flotilla organizer, in a statement. Quote, this seizure blatantly violates international law. Correct. The Israeli Foreign Ministry dismissed the voyage as a publicity stunt and said on X, there, quote, are ways to deliver aid to the Gaza Strip. They do not involve Instagram selfies, all right? The coalition posted on X, and Greta Thunberg shared a video before the ship was intercepted. Here it is.
My name is Greta Thunberg and I am from Sweden. If you see this video, we have been intercepted and kidnapped in international waters by the Israeli occupational forces or forces that support Israel. I urge all my friends, family and comrades to put pressure on the Swedish government to release me and the others as soon as possible.
Now here's the thing. Something has been exposed here that wasn't exposed before. It is correct. There's no argument from the Israeli government. They have no jurisdiction to arrest in international waters. They have no authority to do so. That doesn't mean it's not happening. And it seems as if it went down while somebody was able to provide context and commentary. Why is it that the Israeli government, why is it they seem more disturbed by the social media abilities of these individuals rather than the legality of what is being claimed here? Now, here's Piers Morgan. He jumps in it. Not sure why, but here's what he had to say after Greta posted, quote, oh, shut up, Greta Thunberg, you attention-seeking narcissist. What an insult to the actual hostages in Gaza who really were kidnapped. This stupid stunt is all about your ego and will make zero difference to the plight of innocent Palestinians caught up in this dreadful war. You know, Pierce, you're a silly human being. And I'm trying to understand your issue with individuals who actually are bringing attention, awareness to humanitarian dynamics, providing aid. You're not on the boat. It's not you there. I guarantee if you would have been the person caught up at 2 o'clock in the morning, you would have been thankful to have a social media outlet in order to tell somebody through. But instead, you decide to criticize an individual. Now, the latest in the updates around the crew, so we still do not know the location of the Madleen or the boat's crew after it was intercepted by Israel. The Freedom Flotilla Coalition says it is, quote, urgently working to locate the crew. Sweden's foreign ministry has confirmed it is in contact with Israeli authorities in a statement to Reuters news agency. This is an international incident. And I guarantee you, not the first time it has happened, the first time it has been exposed to this degree. And let's be frank, the Israeli government, during wartime in particular, has zero credibility as it relates to telling the truth. All right, Yasmin, hell of a story here. Obviously, there's more to it. What say you?
Yeah. Does this count as piracy? They're intercepting a ship, they're derailing its trajectory, and they're taking its contents for themselves. Those contents are never going to get where they want them, where they were supposed to go. And that is because Israel has intercepted it. And, they're trying to make a big deal out of the celebridom of all of this. They're branding it as a selfie yacht because they know that this particular aid ship is going to be in the news quite a bit, as it already is. They have to now discredit the people on the aid ship to distract from the fact that they did, in fact, intercept an aid ship that was headed for Gaza. These are war crimes, preventing aid from reaching the area that you are actively bombing and destroying, preventing those people from getting basic needs, food, medicines, whatever. This is bad, right? And the IDF, as much as they try to pretend that they're this moral army, we see what's happening, and they simply are not that, right? They dissuade journalists from being over there, and that is putting it very, very nicely and lightly. They don't allow aid to get into the people who are over there, and then they do all this stuff in the media to try to convince people that they are justified in everything that they're doing. Maybe they believe it. I think a lot of them do believe that they are justified in doing what they're doing over there, but the rest of the world can see it. And they know that it looks bad, which is why they don't let journalists over there, which is why they run all these incredible media propaganda campaigns like this one, calling it a selfie yacht, because they know that whatever they're doing, however justified they feel that they are, they know that it looks bad. They know that people who are normal people are gonna look at this and say, this looks really, really bad. Also, it's so funny that Piers Morgan spoke up because he has the most random triggers in media, and Greta Thunberg is one of them. He cannot stand her. It's very childish. It's impossible for him to make a post about what happened here without first criticizing Greta. So it was very predictable. I actually thought of him as soon as we started talking about this story. And it's funny that he did turn up in the story itself.
Yeah, quite interesting. All right, we'll bring you updates as they come.